I used to believe jealousy was proof of love. If he didn't get possessive, didn't get angry, didn't demand my attention, then maybe he didn't care enough. Somewhere along the way, I forgot what real loyalty looked like. I forgot that quiet love is still love. It started small. He had been working long hours, always tired. I felt invisible. I wanted him to look at me the way he used to. Not distracted. Not exhausted. I wanted fire again. So I tried something reckless. At the office, my boss had always been overly friendly, laughing at jokes that weren't funny, complimenting my work a bit too enthusiastically. I never reciprocated, until the day I decided to wake up my husband. I let the compliments linger, let my smile stretch a little wider, let my hand rest on my boss's arm longer than necessary. I convinced myself I wasn't doing anything wrong. I wasn't kissing anyone. I wasn't sneaking around. I was just nudging my husband to notice me. But I didn't realize how dangerous a nudge could be. That evening, he surprised me by showing up at my office earlier than expected. He had planned a dinner date, something spontaneous, something sweet, because he knew he'd been distant and wanted to fix things. And what he saw instead was me leaning into my boss, laughing like I hadn't laughed with him in years. His eyes froze. Mine widened. My boss stepped back awkwardly. I ran to him, rambling excuses. It's not what it looks like, he was just telling a joke, I didn't mean anything, but he wasn't listening. His face wasn't angry. It was calm. Too calm. That night, he didn't speak to me. The next morning, he handed me a folder. Inside were divorce papers. You don't have to explain, he said. I'm just done with games. I swear my heart dropped to the floor. I begged him to talk. To shout. To accuse me. Anything but silence. But he only repeated the same sentence. I don't compete for the woman who's supposed to already be mine. He had always been a man of principle. I knew that. What I didn't know was how quickly he could walk away once trust was broken. The days that followed were torture. I replayed that moment over and over. I didn't cheat. I didn't want anyone else. I just wanted to feel desired again. But wanting attention isn't an excuse for betrayal, emotional or otherwise. I tried to undo the damage. I wrote long messages. I waited outside his office. I reached out to his friends. Nothing worked. He didn't block me, didn't insult me, didn't lash out. He was simply done. And the worst part? His silence hurt more than any anger ever could. When we finally sat across from each other at the lawyer's office, I couldn't stop crying. My hands trembled as I signed. He didn't shed a single tear. Not because he didn't care, but because he had cared too much, for too long, alone. Walking out of that building, I realized something cruel. Jealousy doesn't strengthen love. It only exposes insecurity. I lost a good man because I couldn't see the love that was already there. I went looking for attention when I should have asked for understanding. I tried to spark a fire by burning the foundation of our marriage. And he walked away from the ashes without looking back. Because some men don't raise their voice. They just raise the consequences.